go, 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 go.
It's Madden NFL 24, and the question is, are you ready for
Hustle
some
hard,
football?
hustle every single
It's the
day.
Commanders
I'll be
and the
making
Bucs,
moves till I'm
and it
buried in my
comes your
grave.
way.
To the
Next.
system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today, two NFC clubs going head-to-head, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Here's the punter, Jake Camarda, set to do the honors, and off we go now from Tampa. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
13 yards on the game's opening play.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here's 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Daniels. The throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game. Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And his throw here is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
You know, I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
The 7th play now, this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Hadn't been a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10. Throwing again. Daniels. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone as a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to go over the high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels on the screen. This is Eckler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Play fake. Mayfield. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mayfield down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. A nice little juke, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Off the play fake, Daniels. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's 1st down as he'll get this down to the 30-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on 1st down, Daniels. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Daniels. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. From 3 yards out. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
You throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Now McManus for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Devin Tompkins on the return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. He completes it right side to White. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now it's Crowder. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Washington ready to try again on offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he's got some space here. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. On 1st down, Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 2. Looking to throw. Daniels throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
Yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. This offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Back to throw. Daniels. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. To throw on second down, Daniels. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Stonewalled on second down. Now let's see what they can do on third and goal from the 2. Robinson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
McManus now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From the end zone, here's Devin Tompkins. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Third and 8. Now Mayfield. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Jake Camarda now.
For the Buccaneers.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Up the middle with Eckler. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Back deep for the Bucs is Devin Tompkins. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run straight ahead here with White. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the 3rd quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Evans here. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 3. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
First down, here's White, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Opting to run again here with White. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this third quarter, but it's just not clicking right now, and it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, Daniels. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that was prepared for him to try and take off.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
This now a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Daniels. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 6. Throwing, Mayfield. And a catch right side by Evans. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 1 now.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And Evans will have a Bucs first down as he'll get this across the 50 to the 49. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Mayfield on first down. That's completed right side to Palmer. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
From the gun, Mayfield. Throw out right. It's brought in by Otten. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. He completes it to Evans. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Looking middle, and that's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And again, it's Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a 1st down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
White. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. To throw, Mayfield. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Buccaneers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's a 2nd and 5. Robinson up the middle. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Third and 2. They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 4th down, Daniels. That is caught, and he will have a Commanders 1st down, and that should just about do it. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
This game has been a lesson, a clinic in how to throw the football. I mean, even with a big lead, they're not turning off the engine. They're not getting off the gas at all. They plan to keep going at them, and it's working for them.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So a victory here for the Commanders. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire 2nd half, but their 1st half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the 1st half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the 2nd half. Fortunately, Enough of a cushion and enough defense